Hi guys, welcome. And who dat? I'm Joe, and I'm here tonight to preview the upcoming Week 12 matchup that will see our beloved, bless you boys, in black and gold, the New Orleans Saints, travel to Hotlanta to take on our arch rival nemesis, the Dirty Bird Falcons. The Saints are 5-5. The Falcons are 4-6. So are the Bucks. The Panthers are 1-9. We've all played 10 games, and right now the Saints have a 1-game lead with the opportunity to stretch it out to 2 on the Falcons. The Saints have scored more points than any other team in the division, and the Saints have allowed fewer points than any other team in the division. So the Saints are clearly at the top of a porous division. So the Falcons, they've got the connection with the Saints with Nielsen going over and being the DC. And so we're going to have a familiarity on top of being a division rival. And can our offense do something against their defense? Well, we'll see. Their defense is playing okay this year. It's the offense that's struggling. They're going back and forth with quarterbacks right now. It'll be Ritter that starts the game for the Falcons against us. And their talented running back, Bijan Robinson, is MIA. I assumed it had something to do with his development and learning, different aspects of the game like pass blocking and stuff like that, as to why they don't use him, because he was used in the beginning of the year and he looked like a star. And they do like to run the ball, and they have a stable of running backs. So I expect to see Bijan Robinson as well as Algier and whoever else they put on us. I mean, Falcons are always a tough out for the Saints. I believe we've won the last 5 games in their stadium in a row. So let's see if this trend continues. Let's talk about the Saints roster. We're going to pull up the offense. Now, Derek Carr is considered a full participant in practice. I am recording this video on Wednesday. And I don't think he's technically cleared the concussion protocol yet. I believe he has to go through a practice or something. So maybe we'll get some more clarification on that in a couple of days. But it looks like Carr is going to start. Michael Thomas has been placed on IR. So I've got A.T. Perry right there, and he's not a guaranteed starter. I mean, we're going to probably bring someone up from the practice squad. We just signed Marcus Callaway. He's on the practice squad. He's 6'2", and he played the number 1 receiver role on this team before, except, he's not our number 1 this time around. Chris Olave is the guy that's going to have to step it up. And I think missing Thomas is going to hurt. It's not just on the stats. It's how he demands, sort of a double team or shadow, that kind of respect, which keeps the defense from focusing on Chris Olave. Rashid Shaheed is someone that a safety is going to have to be deep over the whole time. To me, it seems like this team would be so easy to coach and call plays for. I really hope our team, Pete Carmichael and Dennis Allen, do what they need to do, because Carr's a good quarterback. He's not great, but he can manage this team, and he should be able to manage it better than Dalton did last year. And we've got too many playmakers. Now, without Thomas, it's going to hurt. Chris Olave is going to have to step it up. And someone's going to have to fill in. And I'm hoping that they discover that tight end is a position on this team, and Juwan Johnson is a player with a lot of ability. And I hope we discover that in this game and for the next month without Michael Thomas on the field. But I think it's going to hurt. Thomas was pretty consistent wide receiver for this highly inconsistent offense. So there hasn't been an official addition to this roster yet, the active roster. Like I said, they'll probably bring up Callaway. There's also a chance that they'll bring up the undrafted kid. I can't think of his name right now, but I'm pretty sure I'm leaning towards Callaway. Hey, Miko, he's on my table. If they bring anybody up, it'll probably be Callaway. He's familiar enough with the playbook. And A.T. Perry, this may be a chance for him to step it up and do something. That's the offense. Now, Miko, my cat, Miko, he loves the heat of the computer, so he's going to lay there and shake the table in the meantime. Let's pull up the defense. And the issue here is Marshawn Lattimore has not yet been placed on IR. And we have elevated Cameron Dantzler from the practice squad to the active roster. So we plan on going without Lattimore for a while. It's a high ankle sprain. Typically you miss a month. And I'm going to have to get the cat off the table. Okay. So Cameron Dantzler, I don't know what he's going to bring to this team. He's filling a spot right now. And I kind of figured since Thomas is on IR, that there would be a wide receiver added to the active roster. But, we love our cornerbacks. We love our safeties. They can do multiple things. This signals to me that Lattimore's going to miss some time. And, I don't know how good Dantzler is. I got to give Dennis Allen credit for at least one thing, and that is identifying good secondary players. So, defensive line needs to do something. Isaiah Foskey's coming back. He's practicing this week. I expect big things from Cameron Jordan. If he has anything left in the tank, it's going to have to come out in this game against Atlanta, where Cam has had so much success throughout his career. And if the defensive line gets it going, then I don't worry too much about our pass defense without Lattimore. Isaac Yiadom is going to be starting, and he's a good player. And I think Taylor can step it up at nickel, and I think we're going to be just fine in the secondary. If we can get a pass rush, imagine what it could be like, And I think it's long overdue that the Saints start blitzing more. We had 7 sacks from Ellis last year. Davis had his career high. I think he had 7 or 8 sacks, 6.5 sacks. And I think we need to get some of that going. We need to rattle these inexperienced quarterbacks that we've been playing so often this year and not taking advantage of. Now, Atlanta's going to run the ball, and that's going to be an issue. I don't think we're great against stopping the run. We can be pretty good, and we have been in recent years. So let's see what this particular defensive line can do. Nathan Shepard, Colin Saunders, Granderson's having a good year. Cam Jordan's having a disappointing year. Let's see if they can put it together against this team, our rival. Let's see if we can prove that we belong at the top of this division. It's as if we make the playoffs, it's as if everyone expects, and Vegas does too, that we make the playoffs because we win this awful division and then we get knocked out in the first round, even though we're hosting a game, which, we will be. We're going to be underdogs no matter who we play. So what's going to happen in this game? 2 weeks ago, before I knew Thomas was on IR, I thought the Saints were going to win this game 30-10. I still do have a strong feeling that the Saints are the better team, and both teams are coming off a bye week. And the Falcons have the home field, but we've been winning there for years now. So I still think without Thomas, we're going to find a way to win. I just don't think it's going to be the blowout that I keep sensing is going to happen. So I showed the 30-10. That's on the record. But without Thomas, without Lattimore, with our prospects of struggling against the run, I'm going to have to make it a bit of a closer game and say the Saints 24 and the Falcons 17. That's what I'm going with. 24-17, typical Falcons game. These things usually come down to a field goal. If one team's better than the other, you can win by a touchdown. Now, if the Saints win 30-10, they're going to prove a lot to me, because the Minnesota game to me was a gauge, and the Saints failed. But this is the ultimate one. You beat the Falcons twice, and you're almost guaranteed to win this division. So that's where I'm at. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel, Rosenfield 10. I'm going to be doing a review of this game, and that video will come out no later than Tuesday. And until then, I'll talk to you later. Who dat?